Needham football's last victory in their season opener came in 2014. It's not like the Rockets were coming out playing easy opponents, though, as their season opening foes in 2015, 2016, and 2017 went on to have a combined regular season record of 18-2 during those 3 years. Add to the fact that Needham's last win over Natick came in 2014, and the Rockets were chomping at the bit to get this season underway against the Redhawks. These two teams opened the season last year in Natick, with the Red and Blue coming away with a shutout win. But this year's game turning out to be a lot closer. We head to Memorial Field on a beautiful September Friday night. First quarter Rockets get a big gain on the ground courtesy of Tyler Reed. This is a 20-yard pickup on the first carry of the game for the junior. Later in the first, though, Reed gets another handoff. This time he loses the ball. A fumble recovered by the Redhawks. Off the takeaway, Natick gets their offense going. Quarterback Will Lederman connects with Max Ferrucci on a big reception. Ferrucci kept out of the end zone, though, courtesy of a Jack Hayes tackle. Natick still gets on the board, though, on this 7-yard touchdown run by Jalen Aponte. Extra point is good. Natick grabbing the early 7-0 lead. Rockets answer near the end of the first as quarterback Charlie Ogletree puts a pass in the air and finds Odari Hibberts all alone. Hibberts then races down the near sideline with his ludicrous speed. 88 yards later, it's a touchdown. Extra point is good. Game tied 7-7 after 1. Second quarter, Natick with the ball, but the snap goes over Lederman's head. A fumble by the Redhawks. Zidane, hope I pronounced that right, gets the recovery. That leads to points for Needham as Reed cashes in from 2 yards out. Rockets take their first lead of the game, 14-7. Natick comes right back as Lederman is going to call his own number, running to the near side, outrunning a host of Rocket defenders, and taking it into Needham territory before Chris Nigerian finally takes him down. Then it's Lederman looking for Ferrucci again. This time it's a 30-yard touchdown for Natick. Extra point ties it at 14-14. Needham hoping to take another lead before halftime, and Ogletree throws to Matt Smith on the far sideline in double coverage, but Smith somehow makes the grab for a 35-yard pickup. Big game for Smith, who had 7 receptions for 117 yards. That last one set up Hibberts for a 2-yard touchdown run, and the Rockets head to the locker room up 20-14. In the third quarter, Reed is going to pick up a huge chunk of yards on the ground. He had 85 in the first half, and here he's going to get 25 more. Rockets, though, can't get points, and early in the fourth, their lead down to 4 after a safety. Luckily, Reed keeps the clock moving on the ground, part of an incredible day as he gained over 200 yards rushing. Natick had a chance to take the lead, but had a touchdown called back on a holding penalty, and they lose more yards on another snap that went over Lederman's head. Mason Colwell is going to make sure that Lederman's down. Next play, Jonah Kirker going to push through and takes Lederman down for a sack. Redhawks ended up with a 4th and 51 after having that TD called back. Rockets give it to Reed to run out the clock. 203 yards on 23 carries on the game for Tyler. Rockets hang on for the 2016 victory, getting revenge for last year's opening week loss. It's also the first win as head coach for Doug Kopso. Up next for Needham, a visit to Division III Hopkinton on Friday, September 14th. The last time we saw Needham boys soccer, they made an impressive run to last year's Division I South Section Final. Though they lost 10 seniors from that team, the 2018 squad still has a lot of experience returning, including captains Sam Keenan and Steve Donovan at midfield, as well as Christian Rufo on defense. Rockets starting off the season with 1 win and 1 loss, heading into a matchup on Wednesday against Milton. That's September 12th. Pregame was soaking wet. You can see by this Instagram story we posted on our Needham channel feed. By game time, though, the rain slowly had subsided. Brockfield still a little bit slippery throughout, but that didn't stop the Rockets. They got on the board early. Steve Donovan boots a powerful shot, deflected, but Liam Woodman there for the perfect rebounder and a goal. Needham up 1-0 just a few minutes into the contest. Later in the first, Rockets get another. Donovan, another strong boot. This time, the ball finds the back of the net for the junior. He was part of the baseball state championship team back in the spring. Rockets with a 2-0 lead. Didn't stay that way for long, though, as about a minute and a half later, Nate Goldberg with a spear to the left side and the score. Needham up 3-0 and starting to roll on the Wildcats. Rockets do it again about 10 minutes later. Great ball movement. Kelly Quinn to Goldberg to Spencer Balder, who shoots it through the Milton keeper and in for the goal. Rockets take a 4-0 lead heading to halftime. In the second half, the teams switch sides, but it's more of the same. Donovan to the left side buries the shot. His second of the game puts Needham on top 5-0. And just a few minutes later, Jordan Thomas taking a corner kick for the Rockets. He crosses it through the middle to Donovan, who gets a hat trick off a perfect header. Needham on top 6-0. There were still over 32 minutes left at this point. Wildcats would get on the board with about 10 minutes left, but the Rockets answered right back with a score courtesy of sophomore Finbar McCarron. Rockets winning it, running away 7-1 the final. They improved to 2-1 on the season. Up next, a date with Natick at Natick, followed by 3 straight home games against Weymouth, Winchester, and Braintree.